What's up everybody, this is Danny, and today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the Thunderbolt 2 dock made by OWC. Since my brand new setup is Mac based, I was looking for the fastest and most versatile hub I could find that is Thunderbolt 2 based, and I ended up coming across this one. I was super excited to see so much connectivity. You have 5 USB 3 ports, 2 Thunderbolt 2 ports so you can daisy chain, Firewire 800 for legacy stuff, you have HDMI and 4K monitor support with Gigabit Ethernet and more. If you're interested in this dock, I will leave a link in the description section below so you can pick it up, and it's available now from OWC. Cracking into this box, the first thing that you'll see is the user guide, and actually the user guide is pretty helpful. If you don't know how this dock works or if you need some explanations of the ports, make sure you read that first. So right below that is the dock, and we're going to put that to the side. And right below that, there's not a whole lot else that comes in this box. You just get the power plug here and your included AC power brick. When you go to checkout, you'll get an option to add a Thunderbolt cable, so you'll need one of those, and also to add an eSATA to USB 3 adapter, which is nice and handy because it does not support that on this dock natively. There are going to be a couple pieces of plastic that are going to be covering the top and bottom, and that's going to reveal that glossy black plastic that's on there. And the sides are that nice aluminum finish look, so it will match your iMac or your MacBook Pro. Of course, functionality is the #1 priority when you're buying something like this, but it doesn't hurt that it is very nice looking and that it matches the aesthetics from the latest Apple hardware. Let's take a quick tour of the ports. So you get 3 USB 3 ports, and you get a headphone input, and then you also get a audio in. Also have a Firewire 800, a Gigabit Ethernet port, and then you also have 2 Thunderbolt 2 ports so you can drive 4K displays and you can daisy chain, an HDMI, and also the DC in. On the right side, you have 2 high-powered USB 3 ports that go up to 1.5 amps, so that's perfect for charging your phone or powering certain drives. And then you have 4 rubber feet on the bottom for grip, and then you have 2 LED lights, one for power and one that tells you something's going on. So overall, I'm digging the design. It's a little bit lighter than it looks, and it's also a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. But anyway, let me go ahead and take this thing inside and kind of show you how I use this dock for my setup. First, let's just get set up out of the way. It's extremely easy. All you need to do is just put the AC power in, and then just take your Thunderbolt cable and just plug it into your Thunderbolt 2 capable Mac. That's literally it. There is no setup beyond that. I could see this dock being extremely useful for notebook users, because if you're a professional and you need more ports, then this will be something great for you to carry around with you, and you also have that Gigabit Ethernet on there too, so you wouldn't need an adapter. Also, if you use your MacBook as your primary machine, then this is an answer to the limited amount of ports if you're a pro user. My setup is a work in progress, but I have the Thunderbolt 2 dock now as a companion to my iMac 5K, also driving an Asus 4K display. A dock like this I think is essential for larger setups like this, because you won't have to have cables running everywhere and you can drive multiple displays, and it works great with the iMac, the MacBook, and also the Mac Pro, because I was using this with the Mac Pro prior. I can see this dock being very good for older computers that need these type of ports, and also for Firewire 800 users, since we don't have Firewire 800 anymore, but that have legacy drives and different peripherals that use Firewire 800. One of the most important things in my setup was to congregate all the I/O into one place to have a nice and clean setup. But what's awesome about this is those 2 USB ports on the side are very useful, so I can reach them. And since I do primarily smartphone reviews, I'm constantly connecting and unconnecting these phones, so it's really good for me to have those USB ports right there. It's nice that they are high powered, so you can charge your smartphone just as fast as if it was in a wall plug, and you can charge your tablets as well. One of my biggest gripes is the placement of the headphone and the audio input, because this is something that I reach for all the time, so I had to keep pulling the dock back to plug my headphones in. I wish they would have placed this on the side so it was much easier to access. So hopefully on the next generation dock that they will put some more ports on the side so they're more easily accessible, especially on the left side, maybe some USB ports there as well. those issues are just very minor, and so far I've loved and enjoyed this dock and has become a permanent part of my brand new setup. Alright, well that does it for the Thunderbolt 2 dock review. So let me know what you guys think about this dock, and if you're interested in picking one up, I'll leave a link in the description section below. And make sure you follow me on Twitter at SuperScientific. If you have any questions about this dock, I'll be happy to answer them. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this content, and I will see you guys in the next video.